Today we will discuss one of the most devastating wars in human history, World War I. Before starting the video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more history videos. Now let us begin. World War I lasted from 1914 to 1918. It involved most of the major powers of the world and completely changed global politics, borders, economies, and military systems. More than 16 million people died, while millions more were injured. Entire empires collapsed, and the world was never the same again. The war was mainly fought between two groups. The Allied powers included Britain, France, Russia, and later the United States, Italy, and others. The Central Powers included Germany, Austria, Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. Europe before the war. Before the war, Europe was already full of tension. Powerful countries were competing with each other for military strength, colonies, and political influence. Although peace existed on the surface, many leaders believed that a major war could happen at any time. Main causes of World War I. Number 1. Militarism. European countries greatly increased their military power before the war. Germany built a very strong army and navy. Britain expanded its naval force. France and Russia also strengthened their armies. Many countries believed military power was the solution to problems. As a result, fear and tension spread across Europe. Number 2. Alliance system. Europe became divided into two major alliances. The Triple Alliance included Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. The Triple Entente included Britain, France, and Russia. These alliances were created for protection, but they also made the situation dangerous. If one country entered a war, its allies were expected to join. This turned a small conflict into a world war. Number 3. Imperialism. European powers competed for colonies in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Every country wanted more land, more resources, and greater global power. This rivalry increased hatred and distrust among European nations. Number 4. Nationalism. Nationalism means extreme pride in one's country. Many ethnic groups wanted independence. The Balkan region became highly unstable. Serbia wanted to unite Slavic people, while Austria-Hungary feared losing control of its territories. This tension became one of the biggest causes of the war. Immediate cause of World War I. Assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. On the 28th of June, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir of Austria-Hungary, was assassinated in Sarajevo. The assassin was a Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for the attack. Soon, alliances became active, and many countries entered the conflict. Within a few weeks, Europe was at war. Beginning of the war. Germany invades Belgium, 1914. Germany attacked Belgium in order to quickly invade France. Britain had promised to protect Belgium. Because of this, Britain declared war on Germany. The conflict rapidly expanded across Europe. Major events of World War I. Battle of the Marne, 1914. The First Battle of the Marne stopped Germany from capturing Paris. This battle marked the beginning of trench warfare on the Western Front. Trench warfare soldiers dug deep trenches for protection. Life inside the trenches was terrible. There was mud everywhere, disease spread rapidly, rats filled the trenches, and soldiers faced constant shelling. Millions of soldiers died, yet very little territory changed hands. The Western Front became a deadly stalemate. Battle of Verdun, 1916. The Battle of Verdun became one of the longest and bloodiest battles of the war. Germany attacked the French city of Verdun, but France refused to surrender. Around 700,000 casualties occurred during the battle. Verdun became a symbol of French resistance and determination. Battle of the Somme, 1916. The Battle of the Somme is remembered for massive casualties. It was also famous for the first major use of tanks in warfare. On the very first day, Britain suffered around 57,000 casualties. The battle showed how deadly modern warfare had become. New weapons of World War I. World War I introduced many modern weapons. These included machine guns, tanks, poison gas, submarines, and fighter aircraft. These weapons made the war far more destructive than previous conflicts. Russian Revolution, 1917. Russia suffered huge losses during the war. Food shortages, economic problems, and military failures made people angry with the government. In 1917, the Russian Revolution took place. Vladimir Lenin and the Bolsheviks came to power. The new communist government decided to leave the war. United States enters the war. 1917. In 1917, the United States entered the war on the side of the Allies. There were two major reasons. First, Germany used submarines to attack ships. Second, the Zimmermann telegram angered the American public. Fresh American troops and resources greatly strengthened the Allied powers. End of the war. Germany surrenders. 1918. By 1918, Germany had become very weak. The country faced economic collapse, military defeats, and internal unrest. Finally, on the 11th of November 1918, Germany signed the Armistice Agreement. The fighting officially ended. Results and impacts of World War I. Number 1. Massive human loss. More than 16 million people died during the war. Millions more were injured. Entire cities were destroyed. A whole generation suffered trauma and loss. Number 2. Collapse of empires. Several major empires collapsed after the war. These included the German Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the Austria-Hungarian Empire, and the Russian Empire. New countries were later created in Europe and the Middle East. Number 3. Treaty of Versailles, 1919. After the war, the Treaty of Versailles was signed. Germany was forced to accept blame for the war, pay huge reparations, reduce its military, and give up territory. Many Germans felt humiliated by these conditions. This anger later helped the rise of Adolf Hitler and eventually contributed to the beginning of World War II. Number 4. Formation of the League of Nations. After the war, the League of Nations was created to prevent future conflicts. However, the organization failed to stop World War II. Number 5. Economic problems. Europe faced serious economic problems after the war. Many countries suffered from huge debts, inflation, unemployment, and poverty. Several economies were badly damaged. Important personalities of World War I. On the Allied side, important leaders included Woodrow Wilson, David Lloyd George, and Georges Clemenceau. On the side of the Central Powers, important leaders included Kaiser Wilhelm II and Franz Joseph I. Conclusion. World War I changed the world forever. It destroyed empires, reshaped borders, introduced modern warfare, and created conditions that eventually led to World War II. Even today, it remains one of the most important events in human history. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more history videos.